So I'm sure everyone has heard the urban legend, the great $250 Neiman Marcus cookie. The story goes, a woman and her daughter were at the Neiman Marcus cafe enjoying coffee and cookies. The woman asked the server for the recipe and the server said it was $2.50. The woman agreed to it but was shocked when she looked at her bill. Instead of the $2.50 she was expecting, it was $250. Unfortunately, the story is totally fiction and urban legend. However, with consequences, the story got around and people started asking for the recipe at the Neiman Marcus cafes, forcing Neiman Marcus to add the famed $250 cookie to their menu. So let's make the famed urban legend cookies as I give you hints to make the baking easier. So let's bake. So in here, I have 1 cup unsalted butter, I have 1 cup granulated sugar, I have 1 cup brown sugar. So what you're going to do is you're going to mix them all together, cream them up. So this cookie is actually similar to a chocolate chip cookie, but with a twist. So what we're going to do now is add the vanilla, which is a teaspoon worth, and 2 eggs. And as to what happened to my finger, I did it cut myself, and I have a band-aid around it. But if you're baking or cooking and don't want to, and worried about infecting your friends and family, you get a finger cut. They can be found at any drugstore. I'm sure you've seen them if you've ever watched the show Chopped on the Food Network, and a chef cuts himself. Of course, they have to continue on, so they put this finger cut on it. It's rubber, and it protects your whatever your injury is from getting any food waste on it or anything else, so it's really good. So I put the vanilla in. Now I'm going to add the eggs. So this is your almost your basic chocolate chip cookie dough. So you're going to mix the eggs in really well. Again, clean up as you go. It'll help you in the long run when you're ready to call it a night after baking. So you want to make sure the eggs are well incorporated. So here's where the twist comes in. In here I have flour, baking soda, baking powder, and salt. But I have what you call is blended oats. So what you do, you take rolled oats, not instant oats. You want rolled oats. And what you do with your food processor or your blender, you want to grind it into a coarse flour like this. So I'm going to put this by thirds because I don't want to overwhelm the dough, the batter. So here we go. Make sure everything's well incorporated. You're going to want to wipe down the sides of the bowl because you want to get all that goodness in your dough. Now you're going to get a lot of cookies with this, which is great, but also when I was looking for this recipe, I found one with 96 cookies. Now if you have a big reason to make 96 cookies, then be my guest, but I made half of that, so I'm going to get like 48 cookies. So let's mix this in. Now you're going to get a stiff dough, stiff dough, just like you do when you make chocolate chip cookies. So they are chocolate chip cookies, but with a twist. So you can see how thick my dough has gotten, my batter. Let's move this closer. So let's mix the last part in. Start out slow with your mixer because you don't want the flour to go flying all over the place. And then slowly increase the speed. You can also do this with a stand-up mixer, but I prefer the handheld one. So it is like oatmeal chocolate chip cookies, but with a twist. So there's your chocolate chip cookie dough basically. So now I'm going to add the chocolate chips to mix in. And there's 12 ounces of your favorite chocolate chips. Pour it in. And mix it up. Getting all that chocolatey goodness all throughout the cookie dough. So this is where the twist comes in. So you need a grater or a microplaner, whatever you prefer, and you're supposed to do chocolate shavings of Hershey's chocolate. So my trick is, put the chocolate bar in the freezer. It will make it much easier to grate, and your fingers won't get as bad. So all you do is grate. And it will make the job much quicker. as you grate. So this may take a while. I'll see you soon. So I've got most of the chocolate shavings, and if you shouldn't do it till your fingers are bloody. So whatever the leftovers you have, just throw it in the dough. So now we're going to mix it all up. So the dough has chilled for 30 minutes. Now you're going to be baking this at 375 for 10 minutes. But since the dough has been chilled, I'm going to be baking it for 12 minutes. I'm using my 1-inch scoop. Getting the dough, and you want to roll it in a ball. And since you put it in the fridge, it's going to be nice and cold. And you're going to want to put them 2 inches apart. And this is going to make a lot of cookies. So if you have a bake sale or something else and you want to impress your friends, make these cookies. And I want to know your secret ingredients. And want your recipe, because this will taste like no other chocolate chip cookies you've ever had. So we'll see you in 12. So here's the cookie, brown on the bottom. My oven was acting up, so I ended up putting this in baking for about 15 minutes. So let's crack it open. You can see it's a different texture than your normal chocolate chip cookie. So, and you can see the flecks of the grated chocolate. So let's take a bite. What's really good about this, it's not a super sweet chocolate chip cookie. Not like the ones you're used to. It's very, very good. I'm sure you'll like it. So if you like what you've seen so far, smash that like button. And in the comments below, tell me your favorite cookie. So maybe I'll make it for you. And don't forget to subscribe. And hit that bell so you can see the next time I make some cookies. Thanks for watching.